Hey, it's Marco here. Today I'm going to talk about the huge discrepancy in monthly condo, apartment, flat, whatever you call it, maintenance fees between Canada and Croatia. In Canada, we call these monthly maintenance fees strata fees. In the US, they call them association fees. In Croatian, they're called pričuva. So the condo I own in Canada and live in, very nice condo, I pay 736 Canadian dollars per month for the monthly maintenance fee. In Croatia, in Zagreb, I have a condo that is just as nice as the one in Canada, and I only pay 41 euros per month, which is $60 Canadian per month. So in Canada, I'm paying more than 10 times more per month for the monthly condo maintenance fees. How is that possible? So the other day I took a look at the budgets from both buildings, the one in Canada and the one in Croatia, and a lot of things just make zero sense. Maybe people can chime in the comment section and give their thoughts. First of all, elevators. In Canada, when I go around showing properties, you'll see this exact same brands of elevators that you'll see in Croatia. Schindler seems to be a popular brand both in Croatia and Canada. There's Tyson Krupp and a few other ones. But basically, you see the same manufacturers of elevators in both countries. And both my building here in Canada and my building in Zagreb, Croatia have the exact same manufacturer of elevator. But this is the yearly budget for the building here in Canada is $34,000 per year Canadian to maintain the elevators. Keep in mind, in my complex here in Canada, we have 3 elevators, $34,000 Canadian. In Croatia, my building has 2 elevators, and the yearly budget is 3,065 euros, which if you convert to Canadian dollars is $4,542, but that's only 2 elevators. So let's add some extra money for the 3rd elevator. That would be approximately 7,000 Canadian for servicing the elevators on an annual basis. So we have 34,000 Canadian dollars in Canada and 7,000 Canadian in Croatia for the same brand of elevators. How does that make any sense? You think the parts coming from Germany or wherever they're coming from would be a similar cost, and labor is not that much cheaper in Croatia. Next huge discrepancy is building insurance. The building insurance on an annual basis for my complex here in Canada is $232,000 per year, and that's 133 units. So the building in Zagreb where I own my condo, it's a bit smaller, it's about 70 units, but the annual cost for building insurance is 2,780 euros, which is 4,000 Canadian. Let's double that because there's half the units. So we're looking at $232,000 a year for building insurance versus 8,000 Canadian for building insurance in Croatia. That makes no sense to me. There was a huge earthquake in Zagreb 4 years ago. How is insurance so cheap in Croatia but so expensive in Canada? Next up, window cleaning. Here in Canada, we spend $17,500 per year on window cleaning. That's twice a year the windows get cleaned. In Croatia, the budget is 2,030 euros per year, so 3,000 Canadian per year for window cleaning. Keep in mind, the window cleaning in Croatia on the exterior of the building only occurs once a year. So if we double the size factor plus the once a year, we're basically looking at somewhere 17,500 compared to about the 12,000 when you factor in all the coefficients. So there's not a huge difference on the window cleaning. The cleaning of the common areas here in Canada, we spend 65,000 per year. In Croatia, it's 12,485 euros, so that's 18,500 Canadian. But keep in mind, once again, the building is half the size. So if we double that, it's about $65,000 a year Canadian for cleaning versus about $38,000 a year for cleaning in Croatia, which kind of makes sense. Labor is a bit cheaper in Croatia. Property management here in Canada, we spend $53,900 a year on property management. In Zagreb, it's about 6,900. Let's multiply it by 2, so let's say 14,000. So property management, for whatever reason, is a lot cheaper in Croatia. The only line item out of approximately 20 line items that I could find, it was about the same with snow removal. Here in Victoria, Canada, where it doesn't snow a lot, our budget is $5,000 Canadian a year on snow removal. In Zagreb, it's 3,100 euros or 4,623 Canadian. So that is one line item that's about equal. But where the huge differences are, the biggest difference by far is building insurance, then the elevator maintenance, and also the property management is a lot cheaper in Croatia. So all in all, it's a lot more affordable to maintain a condo or own a condo in Croatia in terms of the monthly maintenance fees. But the one thing I really struggle to understand is how is building insurance so much cheaper in Croatia than it is here in Canada? That building insurance that we have to pay every year here of $232,000 is a big chunk of that $736 I have to pay every month. That's it for now. Marco from Canada.